Oh, hey, what's up, motherfuckers? Ryan here with Hank the Worm. Say hi, Hank.
Give me some fucking beans!
Right, so, you want some fucking beans. Anyways, we're coming at you with another Shadebeast review, scene report, video type nonsense. This time, I have an actual unveiling. I haven't even opened this shit yet. I have no idea what it could possibly be. There are a couple of clues, though. Tor Johnson Records from Providence, Rhode Island sent me some shit. So, I did not order any Swedish pro wrestler memorabilia or Ed Wood filmographies. So that narrows it down. It must be some music shit, and if it's from Providence, Rhode Island, which, as you may know, is a tiny little state nestled firmly in between Connecticut and Massachusetts in the northeastern part of these United States of America, just crammed between, you know, Boston and whatever's in fucking Connecticut. So, you know, there's got to be some fucked up shit happening in Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh, a lot of fucked up shit. Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna get to it. Let's see what we have here in this delightful little package. Bud Dwyer, perhaps. I don't know. No, that's Tor Johnson. So what do we have here? We have some Tor Johnson Records stickers. Cyttorak. This gives me an idea of what else might be contained within here. Cyttorak is a badass fucking sludge band out of Providence, Rhode Island, of all places. The newest release on tape from Cyttorak, which is called Underdark Invasion from Beyond the Shadow of the Warp. And the cool thing about this here, Rich from Cyttorak was kind enough to hook me up with this fucking tape. We're gonna get it out of the protective coating here. And this is one of the special releases, pre-order only special release versions of the new Cyttorak tape put out by Tor Johnson Records. And there you go. That's the unveiling. So anyways, getting more into the meaning behind Cyttorak and the band itself and what they are trying to achieve. From what I could tell, the term Cyttorak could have possibly come from Marvel comics. In the Marvel folklore, a Cyttorak is a deity or a demon that was once worshipped on Earth before being banished for some unknown transgression to a dimension called the Crimson Cosmos, where time does not pass. And if you want to explore more of the Marvel side of what that all entails, have at it. That's about all I know. I don't know for sure if that's where the band got their name, but that's what fucking pops up first and most in Google, and we'll leave it at that.
That's a fucking hardcore nerd shit!
Okay, dude, but like, I've seen you walk around with a full-on chubby in a dusty old bookstore if you want to talk about nerd shit, so we'll just leave it at that. Alright, Hank? Thank you. Alright. Anyways, Cyttorak, established in 2017 by frontman Rich, who was previously in a hardcore crust punk D-beat sort of project called Rat Stab that I'm a big fan of. They have some great fucking music. Notably, they did a split with Fistula, another split with a band called Rejoitus, and then some other releases. In any case, Rat Stab broke up, and Rich took that opportunity to explore the doom side of the musical spectrum. He wanted to do something darker, heavier, grittier, and use that as a means to explore some of the sci-fi, fantasy, folklore elements that Cyttorak delves into in their music. I've also heard Rich say since then that he misses blast beats, and
Fuck yeah, blast beats!
he misses the fastcore type shit that Rat Stab explored in their music. So, right. Rounding out the band, Paul on drums. Paul is also the owner of Tor Johnson Records, who has put out the cassette releases that of Cyttorak's music, and also put out some Rat Stab stuff. An awesome fucking lathe cut a few years ago. Paul and Rich are on the demo that Cyttorak released in 2017. On this new release, Underdark Invasion, they added another bassist, Evan, who I am told only appears on this release. After this was recorded, he ended up leaving the band for whatever reason. Fret not, though, because I've also heard that Eric, from a little band some of my Arizona friends might know, called Landmine Fucking Marathon, is joining the lineup on guitar, which is the first time that an actual, you know, like a 6-string, 7-string, whatever guitarist is adding to the Cyttorak sound. So that could completely change the dynamic of what this band puts out in the future. But I digress. So I mentioned the demo, the Cyttorak demo that came out in 2017, which was when the band was a two-piece, just Rich and Paul. Pretty awesome fucking tape. Also put out by Tor Johnson. I'm fucking shit up here. Anyway. So, when I ordered that demo, Rich also threw in this bitchin' Cyttorak shirt. Invisible Poltergeist Rise. Features a Strigoi, which is a vampire-like spirit in Romanian mythology. You can see it here. I'm pretty sure it's kidnapping a baby. It's gonna go have itself a little feast. I don't blame it. I love baby. So tender and juicy. Anyways, the Strigoi is where Bram Stoker's Dracula got a lot of its inspiration.
I once took a Strigoi for a lover.
That's interesting, Hank. I can't imagine what that would be like, other than possibly very violent, which makes sense and actually explains a lot of things. Thank you for that. Anyways, getting to this current release, Underdark Invasion from Beyond the Shadow of the Warp. This is the next iteration of Cyttorak, adding a second bassist, Evan. The Tor Johnson, it's released again by Tor Johnson Records. The exclusive pre-order release, as you can see, comes housed in a piece of dungeon map, which is pretty cool. And then the actual release on great cassette tape. This thing looks great, and it's what we're listening to, so it fucking sounds great too, as you can tell. As far as the official, if you want to call it a press release blurb for the record, I'll read it from the band's Bandcamp page. Providence, Rhode Island, bass-driven sludge group Cyttorak is undertaking an interstellar quest beyond the veil of reality. This EP features tortuous hymns about primitive rat men from the 41st millennium, subterranean elves killing for their spider queen, and more. Simultaneously crushing in its riffs and mind-bending in its extraplanar leads, Cyttorak creates the landscape for you to obliterate your enemies.
And the streets shall run red with the blood of the non-believers.
Yes, they will, Hank. Yes, they will. Anyway, as far as the actual blood, meat, and bones of this EP, some of the themes and concepts explored both on the demo and then further developed on this release is of course a heavy Dungeons and Dragons theme, which is obvious from the choice in packaging, and if you were to explore track titles, you'd see the influence there as well. So D&D and other role-playing games. Plenty of folklore from, I think I've mentioned some Romanian elements. You know, the Cyttorak folklore, the deity itself. Fantasy and science fiction elements, of course. Some heavy, healthy, Lovecraftian horror influence, which you can also see in the artwork for this release.
Horror.
I worry about that guy sometimes. As far as the sound and, you know, some of the aural textures that Cyttorak delve into in their music, I'd label them a sludge band first and foremost, with a nice psychedelic doom element. Some of those bass licks, the bass leads and the solos and stuff are kind of like they're mind-blowing in their simplistic technicality, I guess you would say. It's beautiful. Some of it's going on right now. Just like the production and the sound and the delivery is real filthy, murky, nice lo-fi, dense, textural, sludge fucking bestial harmony, I guess you could say. I don't know. You know, the music is bass driven. It'll be interesting to see on future releases once Eric from Landmine Marathon comes in on guitar, lead guitar for the first time. But as far as the current music, you know, bass driven, meaty, chunky bass riffs and solos. The music to me kind of explores this. It projects this soul-crushing cosmic absurdity and you know, sonic depravity that just grabs you by the nuts and fucking twists. You know what I'm saying? The music is characterized by a great deal of fuzz, feedback, a healthy groove.
It's too fucking slow! More blast beats! All I want to hear is blast beats and harsh noise!
Well, we can get you some of that, Hank. We can get you some of that. And then as far as the vocals, Rich's vocals, most of the time he delivers in this nice, gritty, demonic, otherworldly growl, occasionally broken up by a projection of like a violent, hardcore punk bellow.
Lord, sacrifice the llama.
And there you heard Hank with right. And there you have it. There's my half brain dead, dim-witted, meandering fucking diatribe on the latest and greatest, the freshest from the beast that is Providence, Rhode Island, Cyttorak. Thank you very fucking much. If you want to pick up a copy for yourself, you should do so. I encourage it. You can get them at the band's Bandcamp, cyttorak.bandcamp.com. The band is spelled C-Y-T-T-O-R-A-K, Cyttorak.bandcamp.com. You can get, unfortunately, not the pre-order, specially wrapped in a map motherfucking special edition, but you can also order through the label torjohnsonrecords.com, TORJOHNSON records.com. The EP is streaming on all platforms as far as I know. Definitely Bandcamp, obviously. Streaming on Spotify. It might even be on Tidal. I don't know. Jay-Z might be fucking jamming this shit. I think he should be. You know. All the single ladies. As far as anybody who wants to try and catch Cyttorak in a live setting, those of you up in the northeastern part of the United States, June 14th at Ralph's Diner in Worcester, Massachusetts. Cyttorak will be playing with fucking Panzer Bastard, awesome. Ritual Blade and Immobilizer, who I'm not familiar with, but it promises to be a heavy, raw, in-your-face, blah fucking show. And then July 11th at AS 220 in Providence, Rhode Island, Cyttorak is playing with a band called Hard Drug.
Where the fuck are my beans?
And apparently I gotta go because I guess I gotta get Frank his fucking beans. Thanks for tuning in. Shadebeast TV. Check out the other videos on Shadebeast TV on the YouTube app. Follow Shadebeast on Facebook, Instagram. I believe they're on Twitter. Shadebeast world domination is imminent, and we are going to continue to cover bands at the forefront of that fucking takeover, such as Cyttorak. More to come. Keep your eyes and your ears open. All hail. Blah!